Hi and thanks for joining us for our class today. So today's class is a fairly tough class and going to involve some movements to challenge the control and strength of our upper body, as well as movement that's going to look at strengthening through our abdominals and our core as well. So make sure you work to a level that you feel comfortable with, particularly on some of those more challenging movements. So we've got the options of adding some hand weights in today as well. So I'm going to use some ½ kilo weights, but work to what's comfortable, probably not more than 1 kilo. If you don't have a weight, then always just grab something from the kitchen cupboard, like a tin or something, can work just as well. Equally so, we can do these movements without using a weight if that feels at the right level for you. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to get started in standing, and then we're going to come down and continue the class onto the mat. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So I've got the weights in my hand if you're using those today. So we're going to start by bringing those toes apart and those heels apart, so those feet at that hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight coming to the front of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just nice and slowly forwards and back, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So that weight's going nice and evenly down through your feet. Knees are nice and soft, so not locked back from there. Hands up onto your pelvis, very gently. We're going to tilt that pelvis forward, tilting it back, just looking again to find that midpoint between those two movements. So that pelvis in that nice and neutral position. That core's gently engaged, those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Well done. Okay, so we're just going to start by warming up through those upper back, that shoulder blade area. So my hands down by my side, palms facing behind, and we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades back and then forwards. Good. So squeeze the shoulder blades down and back and forward. So reach those arms back behind us and down. Good. And again, squeeze the shoulder blades down and back and forwards. Now, if you can, we're going to add in coming up onto our toes and lower. So as we reach those arms back, come up on those toes and lower down. Good. Reaching back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lower back down. Reaching those arms back and down. And again, reaching those arms back and lowering down. Well done. Reaching the arms back and lower. So keep those shoulders down, that neck long. Have to reach those arms back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Good. Up on those toes, controlling that movement. Keep that core gently engaged. Well done. And down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and down. Good. And again, squeezing back and lowering. Last few here. And back. Well done. Squeeze the shoulder blades down and back. One more time. Reaching back and lowering down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to challenge our balance a little bit more here. So we're going to come onto one leg if you can. If that feels too much, then maybe just have your toe in contact with the ground. But if you can, we're going to just keep this knee soft. I'm going to bend my hip. Keep this leg lifted if you can. That core's engaged, that pelvis level. Opposite arm, I'm going to bend that elbow and I'm going to reach up to the ceiling and lower down. And again, we're reaching up and down. Let's do 8 more. So we go 8. Good. 7, 6, still breathing, well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that arm down, then lower that leg down, well done. Okay, same on the other side, so we can lift that opposite leg. So lifting this leg, this knee staying soft, that pelvis level, opposite arm, going to bend that elbow, they're going to reach to the ceiling. Good. Reaching up and down. Let's do 8 more. So we go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then lower that arm down. Well done. Lower that leg back down to that start. Well done. Okay, so this time we're going to bring our legs a little bit wider. We're going to come into our side plie movement. So I'm going to turn my feet out that sort of 45 degrees. We're going to drop down into that side plie. So I want you to bend those elbows, those arms are that sort of right angles as well. And we're going to drop those arms down, come back to that right angle, bring those arms together. Good. Bring them out wide, drop those arms down, lifting up, bring them together. Good. And again, opening out, dropping down, up, bring them together. Good. And again, dropping down, lift up, bring those arms together. Well done. Last few if you can. So dropping down, lift up, bring those arms together. Good. Opening wide, drop down, lift up, bring those arms together. One last time. Drop down, lift up, and bring those arms together. Well done. Stretch those elbows and then lower those arms back down. Well done, very good. Okay, so bringing those legs back together, we're going to come just side on so you can see me a little bit clearer here. And we're going to do some step backs. So we're going to reach back with my right leg. I'm going to bend my elbows, reach up to the ceiling, back down and forward. Same leg, drop back, reaching up and down. Well done. Bend those elbows, reach up, lower and down. Good. Reaching back with that leg, keeping those knees going forwards, nice and controlled. So bending down, reach up, lower and down. Well done. And again, drop back, reach those arms up, good, and lower. So that reaching back, really stabilizing through that front leg. Well done. Drop down, reach up and lower. Well done. Drop back, reach up and lower. Lovely. Good. And lower. Let's do one more. Reach back, reach up and back. Very good. Okay, let's do the same on the opposite side. So we're going to reach back with that left leg now. Bend the elbows, reach up and back. Lovely. Drop back, reach up and back. So stepping back, bend those elbows, reach up and forwards. Good. Step back, reaching up and forwards. Good. So that knee's going forwards, nice and control. Good. Keep that core gently engaged. Good. And back. So drop back, reach up and down. Step back, reach up and down. Lovely. Step back, reach up and back. Last few. Well done. Reach up and back. Good. And back. Let's do one more. Well done. Drop back, reach up and forwards. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so let's come to the end of our mat here. We'll do a few roll downs just to get our backs moving. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Breath in at your end point, and then as you breathe out, slowly lifting back up, restacking through that spine, coming up nice and tall. Lovely. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, curling down through that spine into that C shape, rolling those hands down towards the floor. Breath at the end there. Then as you breathe out, gently restacking, coming back up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Breath at the end there. And then as you breathe out, slowly coming back up into standing. Good. Last time, we're going to come down into 4-point kneeling. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Breath at the end here. Soften those knees at your end point. Breath in. As you breathe out, relaxing down. And we're going to walk our hands down and then come down into 4-point kneeling. And we're going to continue our class from here. Okay, so we're going to continue our class here in 4-point kneeling. So I'm just going to move my weights to one side. We'll use them again in a little bit. Let's get my hands underneath those shoulders, knees are underneath those hips, elbows soft. That core is just gently engaged, that belly button's just drawn just gently up towards that spine. Okay, so we're going to work on some tricep fold kicks here to start with. So I'm going to extend one leg away. I'm going to keep my elbows in towards my body. So I'm going to just drop those elbows down as far as you can. At the same time, extend that leg and then lower down. So we're going to lift that leg as we lower down and lifting up. Good. So dropping down, elbows staying in towards that body. So drop down, lift up. Let's do 5 more here. So go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now on this last one, we're going to drop down halfway. We're going to hold this position, keep that leg extended. We're going to do a little one leg circle here. So holding that halfway position, circling that leg round one way. Good, and change direction. Good, still breathing, not holding your breath. Good, back to the center. And then lifting back up. Well done. Fold that leg back in. Excellent. Okay, so opposite leg. We're going to reach that leg away. Keeping those elbows in towards your side, we're going to drop down towards the mat as far as you can and lift that leg at the same time. So dropping down, lifting up. Good. Breathing out as you drop down, lifting that leg. Good, let's do 5 more. So we go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then on this last one, we're going to drop down halfway again. Keep that position if you can. We're going to slowly come around in that circle with that leg, breathing in and out. Good, and change direction. Good. Good, coming back to that centre. And then lifting back up, lower that leg. Bring that leg back in. Well done, drop down. Have a little stretch out here. So take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, relaxing down. Well done, and again, breath in. And as you breathe out, just dropping down into that stretch. Well done. So let's come back up into 4-point kneeling. I'm going to have a little stretch here in this position. So we're going to tuck one arm under, threading the needle. So we're going to come through and under, rotating through that upper back, and coming back up. And again, opposite arm, reaching through and under, and back up. So we'll alternate sides, so we don't put too much pressure on our wrist here, and then lifting up. So rotating the arm through and under, and back up. Good, and again, reaching through and under, and back up. So just rotating through that upper back, just as far as you're comfortable, as you reach that arm, threading that arm through and under. Good, and back up. And again, reaching through and under, and back up. Good. Reaching through and under, and up. Lovely. Let's do one last one each side. Reach the arm through and under, and back up. Good. Last time. And then back up. Very good. Okay, so we're going to challenge this upper body a little bit more in our core with some plank movements here. So just going to bring my hand a little bit in front of those shoulders here. I'm going to tuck those toes under. I'm going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, I'm going to lift up, reach forwards, breath in to hold here. And as we breathe out, lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As we breathe out, lift up, reach forwards, breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Okay, so we've got that as our first option. So if that feels comfortable, you can stay here. So we're going to lift up, reach forward, hold that plank if you can. If you can challenge it a little bit forward, we're going to bring my right arm down by my side, rotate into that little side plank here, coming back. Good, we're just going to do the same on the other side, opposite arm down by side, rotating around, coming back, and then lowering back down. Well done. And again, breath in. As we breathe out, lift up, reach forwards. Hold that plank if that feels enough. If you can, one arm down by your side, rotate to that side plank, and back. Opposite arm, long by your side, rotating round, and back. Breath in, and then lowering back down. Good. Now we've got one more challenge to add in if you want to, okay? Again, just go to where you're comfortable. You can always just hold that position if that feels enough. If you can, we're going to breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up, reach forward. Arm by your side, rotate into that side plank, back to the centre, and we're going to lift into that plank, that pike position, back. Opposite arm, rotating, and back, pike, and then back to the plank. Good, and again, arm by your side, rotating around, back, lifting to that pike. Good. Arm by your side, rotating around and back, lifting to that pike, back to that plank, and then we're going to lower back down from there. Have a little stretch. Well done. Breath in. That's a tricky one. Well done. Breath in. As you breathe out, slowly drop down. So even holding that plank is hard. So if you've done that as well, well done. So just dropping down, stretching out through those shoulders. Just reach those fingertips away. Drop that bottom down onto those heels from here as well. Good. Breath in and out. Have a little stretch there. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to come down straight onto our fronts. So if you've got a little pillow you can use or a towel just to support your forehead, you can just place that there. I'm going to bring, just to give that forehead a little bit of support, I'm going to bring my arms down by my side here in this position. Feet that hip width distance apart. That core is gently engaged. Again, that belly button just gently drawn up towards that spine here. Now we've got the option of using our hand weights here if you want. So we can bring those in if you want to, but again, you don't have to. And we're going to just, holding those hand weights in my hand to start with, I'm going to squeeze the shoulder blades down and back. And if I can, I'm just going to lift my hands just an inch off the mat and then lower down. So squeeze the shoulder blades down and back, just lifting my hands just along the side of my leg there, and then lowering down. Good, and again, lifting, holding that position, and then lowering down. Well done. So just adding that little weight just increases that load, which does make it a little bit harder here. So you don't have to. It's just as much as a challenge without. And lowering down. Good, so squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. My head is staying down on that mat. So I'm not tension through my neck at all. I'm working these shoulder blade muscles. These muscles are really important in our posture as well. Good, and again, tucking under, lifting up, and then lowering down. Now, if you can, we're going to do that again here. Lift up, hold that here, and I'm going to do some little pulses with my hand. So let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower back down. Excellent. Let's do that again with some pulses. We're going to lift up, squeeze the shoulder blades down and back, lengthen through those hands, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower down. Lower those shoulders down. One more set here. So we're going to lift up, squeeze the shoulder blades down and back, reach those hands, and we're going to pulse in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower those arms down. Well done. Okay, so this time I'm going to bring my arms above my head here. I'm going to go into our swimming movement. So arms above your head, and just have that forehead just resting onto that mat there, onto that small pillow. Feet still that hip width distance apart. And I'm just going to raise one hand just a few inches off the ground and then lower back down. Keep that core gently engaged, opposite arm lifted, and then lowering. Good, and again, reaching the arm, lifting and lowering. And again, lift up and lower. Good, and again, reach that arm up and then lowering down. Good, now if you can, we can add in our opposite leg lift, so our swimming movement. So we're going to reach that opposite arm, opposite leg, opposite arm, opposite leg. So breathe out as you reach up, breathe in as you lower. Breathe in as you out, as you lift, breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you lift, breathe in to lower. Well done. So lengthening through that body, keep that core gently engaged. That bottom should be working to help lift that leg as you're lifting and lowering here. Good, and again, lift up and lower. A few more here. Opposite arm, opposite leg. That head still staying down onto that mat here as we're lifting and lowering. Well done. Lift up and lower. Very good. And again, lift up and lower. Lifting and lowering. Well done. Let's do one more each side here. Good. And then lowering back down. Excellent. Okay, so I'm just going to bring those weights there, leave them there, and bring my hands either side of me into that L-shaped position. My feet just a little bit wider than my hips here. We're going to go into our Cobra stretch. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to, keeping that chin tucked in, we're going to lengthen just as far as you're comfortable. Stop at your end point, extending the spine just as far as you can. Take a breath in here. Then as you breathe out, slowly lowering, walking that spine back down onto the mat. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that chin in, lifting up. Lift up that breastbone, peeling those ribs, that tummy, keeping that neck nice and long. Breath in. Then as you breathe out, walking slowly that tummy, those ribs, and that breastbone back down onto the mat. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking under, lifting up. Breath in. And as you breathe out, walking gently, slowly back down, peeling back onto the mat. Good. Last couple here. Breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up just as far as you're comfortable. Neck staying long. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, walking that spine slowly back down. And that breastbone. And that head back onto the mat. Well done, very good. Okay, so let's come round onto our backs now. We're going to bring our hand weights with us if you're using them. We're going to come round onto our backs. Okay, so let's just start by finding that neutral position. So feet and knees that hip width distance apart. Just to begin with, tilt that pelvis forwards and back, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So that pelvis in that nice neutral position. That core's gently engaged, those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted. So I'm just going to have those little weights into my hand from here. And we're going to do a one leg stretch, but we're going to combine in some bicep curls as well. So we're going to float both legs up into tabletop if you can. If that feels too much in double tabletop, we can do a single leg here. But if you can, we're going to stretch one leg away. At the same time, I'm going to bend my elbows into that bicep curl and fold back together, alternating sides. So reaching away and fold back down. Reach away and fold down. Good. Breathing out as I reach away, breathe in as you fold back. Breathe out as you reach away, breathe in to fold back. So as I said, if that's too much with both legs lifted, do a single leg, it's no problem. And again, reaching away, fold back. So pick what's comfortable for you. But if you can, we're going to stay in double tabletop, reaching the leg, alternating sides. Good. Combining that bicep curl with those arms. Good. So we can have with or without weight here through those arms. Reaching and back. Breathe out as you reach away, breathe in as you fold back. Breathing out, breathing in. Well done. Good, nice and controlled. Keep that core engaged. Making sure your back isn't arching. If you're starting to feel that back arching, then just go to that single leg. You can always reset again. Well done. And again, reaching away and folding back. Reach away, fold back. Reaching away and folding back. Excellent. Few more here. Reaching that leg away and folding back. Good. Reaching away and folding back. Good. Well done. Reaching away, folding back. Good. Alternating sides and back. Well done. Reaching away and folding back. Lovely. Last few. Good. And let's do one more each side. And then lowering those legs one at a time back down to that start position. Well done. Okay, so we're going to start with our hands with those weights if you're using them. I'm just going to bring my arms so they're at that kind of shoulder height level. Elbows are bent here, so kind of a chest press position. So again, if you can, we're going to float both legs up into double tabletop from here. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to reach your hands up towards the ceiling and at the same time extend the legs away. And we're going to fold back together and then drop those hands down towards the mat and back up. Good. So reaching up, fold back, a little rotation at those shoulders if you can, and back. Reaching up and back, rotating here. Now again, if that's too much with both legs, we can just do the same but with a single leg stretch. Good. Rotating and back, and opposite leg. So we can do it as a single leg position if that feels more comfortable, no problem. If you can, then we can do both legs together. A little bit more challenging there. Good, and back. So again, reaching up, little chest press here, drop down and back. Reaching away, back and down. Good, so breathe out as you reach away, breathe in. Good, breathing out. In, out, in. Good, breathe out. In, breathing out, and in. Good, so nice and control. Lowering down. So a little rotation of those shoulders if you can as well. Good, just adding that extra little movement in here. Good, reaching away, back, dropping down and up. Extending the legs. Good. Drop down and up. Well done. Dropping down and up. So reaching away, keep that tummy engaged. Don't let that back arch. Good, and back. Dropping down, lift up, extending away. Well done. Drop down, lift up. Last few here. Good, well done. Drop down, lift up. Reaching up, drop down, lowering the leg, well done, reaching up. Let's do one last one, excellent. Reaching up, drop down, little rotation here, back, and then we're going to just lower those legs down one at a time, and we're going to bring those arms back down in towards our chest again. Okay, so we're going to bring in our kind of little crisscross movement here, just to really work our kind of obliques as well as our tummy muscles. So we're going to bring our arms up towards the ceiling And we're going to do our little crisscross here. So we're going to start with our feet down, and I want you to reach those arms over to one side, coming back up and lowering down. Good, so breathing out as you reach up and over and down. So we're just crisscrossing over here. So we're going towards that opposite knee and down, dropping over and back. Now if you want to, if you can, we can bring both legs up into double tabletop. Keep those feet and knees together for this one, and we're going to drop down and back up. Good. So alternating sides, just bring those weights down to one side, lifting up. Good. And again, dropping down, lift up. And again, drop down and lift up. Well done. Alternating sides and down. Dropping down and lifting up. Good. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you lower. Well done. So just kicking those obliques in, working those abdominal muscles a little bit here as well. Well done. And again, dropping down and lifting up. Well done. Drop down and lift up. A few more here. Well done. Drop down, lifting up. Well done. And again, drop down, lift up. Good. Let's do one last one each side. Drop down, lift up, dropping down and lowering there. Lower those arms back down. Well done. Just drop those weights here. We're going to bring those knees in towards your chest, and a nice little hug here as well. So take a nice deep breath in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch just a little bit further if you can. Breath in. And as you breathe out, just relaxing down into that stretch. Well done. And again, breath in. And as you breathe out, just relax down into that stretch that little bit further. Well done. And again, breath in. And as you breathe out, just relax down here. Well done. One more time, breath in. And out. Relaxing those shoulders down. Well done. One more time, breath in. And as you breathe out, relaxing down. Very good. And then just lowering those arms, those legs and arms back down to that start position. Good. Okay, so we just grab those hand weights if you're using them again. If you want to, we can do this without them though, whatever's comfortable. Feet and knees that hip width distance apart. We're going to go into our bridge, so make sure your feet aren't too far away from you. Arms relaxed down by your side. And we're going to take a breath in here. As we breathe out, we're going to lift up into that bridge. And then we're going to raise our hands up towards the ceiling. Holding that bridge, we're going to take one arm back and then forwards. Opposite arm back, forwards, and then just slowly lowering back down. And then float the arms back down. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Float those hands up towards the ceiling. Reach that arm back and forwards. Opposite arm back and forwards, and then lowering back down. Float the arms back down. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Float the hands up to the ceiling. Reach the arm above your head and forwards. And again. Now keep that bottom lifted. We're going to do that again. Reaching the arm back and forwards. Reach the arm back and forwards. And then slowly lowering down. Lower those arms back down. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge, float the hands up towards the ceiling, and we're going to reach the arm back and forwards, opposite arm back, forwards, and again each side, keeping that bottom lifted. Well done. Reaching back and forwards, and then slowly lowering back down, float the arms back down. Well done. And again, breath in and breathe out, lifting up into that bridge. Float those hands up towards the ceiling, keep that bottom lifted, and we're going to reach the arm back and forwards, and again back, and again each side, reaching back, forwards, and again. This time we're going to do one more each side here, reaching the arm back, forwards, and again. Good, and then lowering back down. Lower those arms down. Lovely. One more time here. Breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up into that bridge. Float those hands up towards the ceiling, and we're going to reach the arm back and forwards. Good. Controlling that movement. And again, each side. Good. And back. Keep that bottom lifted. One more reach back each side. Good. And again. And then lowering back down. And lower those arms back down from that start. Well done. Okay, so let's drop those weights over to one side if you're using them. Have a quick hug. Bring those knees in. Stretch out through that back. Well done. Nice breath in and out here. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch. Well done. So we're going to lower those legs down one at a time, coming back to that start. Arms down by your side or out to the side of you. Let's have a nice little stretch out here. So we're going to drop those knees over to one side, turn your head to the opposite side if you can. Use those toe muscles, bringing those knees in, and then over to that opposite side. So opening out, using those toe muscles, coming back up, and then over to that opposite side. So just opening out side to side here, dropping those knees over, turning that head just to get that nice rotation through that neck as well. Coming back up, drop those knees over, turning that head, opening out, and then coming back up. Good, drop the knees over, turning that head, lifting up, and again, drop those knees over, turning that head, and then lifting up. Well done. Dropping over and lifting up. One more time each side. Drop those knees over. Well done. Use those toe muscles coming back up to that centre and then over to that opposite side. Well done. And then bring those arms back down. Excellent. Okay, so let's have a little stretch out through our legs now. So we're going to put one foot onto the opposite knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up and towards you just as far as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to hold this stretch here. So taking a nice deep breath in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch just that little bit further. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, relaxing down into that stretch. Well done. And again, breath in. And out. And again, breath in. And out. Relaxing down into that stretch. Just that little bit further if you can. Well done. Breath in. And out. Good. And then just slowly going to lower that leg back down. Do the same on the other side. Opposite foot onto the other knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. If you can, we're going to bring the other leg up and towards you just as far as you feel comfortable, and then we're going to hold this stretch here. So again, just taking a nice deep breath in and out here. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch that little bit further. Well done. So breathing in and out, just relaxing down, and again, breath in and out. Good. And then we'll just lower that leg back down. So let's stretch through the backs of our legs now. So knee up to the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the leg. Feeling that stretch through the back there, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And we're going to hold this stretch here. So again, just breathing in and out here. On that out breath, if you can, just relax down into that stretch that little bit further. Then we're going to point and flex through the ankle here. Just gently moving, changing that stretch slightly as you point and flex through that ankle. Good. And then holding that stretch again, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Well done. Lengthening through. And then lower that leg back down. Same on the other side, knee up to the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the leg. Feeling that stretch through the back of the leg there, holding that stretch, lengthening through the back. Breathing in and out. And we're going to point and flex through the ankle. Well done. Just gently changing that stretch. Very good. And then holding that stretch, toes pointing up towards the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the leg. Very good. And then we're just going to lower that leg back down again. Excellent. Okay, so let's come back up into sitting. So just in your own time. So either sitting with your legs out in front or your legs crossed, whatever feels comfortable. Then we're going to just have a little stretch out from here. Okay, so let's start by bringing those arms up towards the ceiling, and then we're going to bring those arms wide and then bring them back up. Good. And again, reaching those arms down wide, reaching them up towards the ceiling. Good. And on this next one, we're going to drop down wide, bring them back up, bring those hands behind your head, a little side bend and up, opposite side, up, and we're going to reach up. Hands wide, lovely. Reaching up, behind your head, little side bend and up, opposite side and up, reaching up and wide. Well done. Reach up, hands behind your head, little side bend down, each side here. Well done. And again, last time, reach up, arms wide, reaching up, hands behind your head, little drop down here, and the opposite side. good. Reaching up and then lower those arms back down. Well done, relaxing those shoulders. We're going to bring one arm across your body, just have a little stretch through the backs of those shoulders there. Breathing in and out. On the out breath, relaxing down. Well done. Breath in and out, relaxing down. Very good. And again, breath in here. On the out breath, just sinking down. Relax that arm down. Opposite arm coming across the body there, just stretching through that shoulder. Breath in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Well done. Breath in and out here. Lovely. And then relaxing down. Now I want you to bring those fingertips together. So we're going to reach those fingers away. Just really stretch through that upper back. Drop that head down. And then reach up towards the ceiling. Bring those arms wide. Good. And again, clasping those fingers together, reaching away, stretching out through that upper back. Reaching up and opening wide. Lovely. Last time, clasp those fingers together, reach away, drop that chin down. Reaching up and opening wide. Lovely. Relaxing those shoulders there. Fantastic. Last one, we're going to drop down into a little side bend. So we're going to go into our mermaid. Drop that hand down, reach that arm over, have a nice little stretch through here. Good. And then back up. And opposite side, reaching over, lengthening through, breath in and out. Good. One more time. Drop down, reach over and then back. Last time, reaching over, stretching out here and then back to that centre. Well done. Relax those shoulders down. Well done. I hope you enjoyed the class today. We had some tough movements in there, but I hope you've enjoyed it. Well done for doing the class and hopefully see you again next time.